Hello guys, my name is CoreyAction. Today I want to make a discussion video. Now, this is my first discussion video of this year, 2019. So, first thing first, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Now, according to the title that is displayed on this video, I'm going to talk about my predictions of what's going to happen in the last final episode of Telltale's, or shall I say, Skybound Walking Dead Season 4 series altogether. It's quite unfortunate that The Walking Dead is ending. Now, I don't play the game. I don't play The Walking Dead, but I do definitely watch the gameplays. You have channels like Burleezy. You have I'm just naming channels that I watch. But you have people like him. You have Dwayne and Jazz. You have MK Ice and Fire, I believe. You have Baby Zone. You have a bunch of YouTubers who makes a bunch of gameplays so that we can experience the same thing that they are experiencing. The only difference is that they are behind the controllers and we're not. We're behind the screen. We're watching their reaction to the gameplay. We're watching them play the game, which I couldn't ask enough, to be honest. I mean, like, this is how grateful I am, because it's possible that they don't have to do what they do now. It's possible that they don't have to make gameplays and put it on YouTube for us to enjoy. You see that? See, we don't have to waste our money or spend our money, especially when things are not even so settled, meaning that originally they wasn't going to even continue the series of The Walking Dead. But I guess they did. I don't know why, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that I'm going to tell you guys what I think, what my thoughts are on the last episode, which was episode 3, which was released yesterday, Tuesday. And I'm also going to talk to you guys about what I think is going to happen in the next episode. And I'm going to make some connections and stuff like that. So, like I said at the very beginning of this video, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And so let's just get to the point. Now, I'm on the computer right now because this all happened yesterday. A lot of things happened in the 3rd episode of The Walking Dead. But first thing first, I just want to say it was, I felt like the episode was consistent, but at the same time, not so much. I mean, I really can't get into full details of why I think that way. It'll probably come around later on as I ramble along about the series. First thing first, I want to let you guys know, since this is going to be my first discussion of the year and my first discussion about Telltales, I want to let you guys know who are my favorite characters of all time. Obviously, it's going to be Lee. Too bad he's dead, but Lee is the real one. He's the GOAT, all right? And I'm not just saying it because everybody else is saying. He has proved time and time again that he is the GOAT. Despite whatever he went through in the past, that was in the past. So I'm just going to let that be bygones. But, yeah, Clementine, she the level of badassery that she has displayed ever since season 2. I would say season 1, but we was playing as Lee. We wasn't really playing as Clementine. And season 4, definitely. We wasn't really able to interact with Clementine as much as season 3. Yeah, we were, because we was playing as Javier. We see her in every episode. I think there was one episode that she didn't appear, but I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be the same if Clementine wasn't in one episode of The Walking Dead. So, and then you have AJ. Oh man, AJ. Man, I'm not even behind the controllers. I'm not even the one that chooses their fate or their decisions or anything. And he is the only character that got my heart pumping. Him and a few other characters as well. I don't really remember everybody's name in the characters in The Walking Dead, so that's why I'm on the computer. That way I'm scrolling down, scrolling up, just so that I can remember their name. But I just want to take the time. So I saw a bunch of gamers who actively upload videos on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. Now I saw their reaction and their gameplay. I watched it, and quite frankly, I was actually surprised of the choices that they made. Some people, depending on the choice that you made in episode 2 of season 4, many people chose. Some people chose Violet over Lewis, and some people chose Lewis over Violet. Now, a lot of people has been having a bunch of controversies, and a lot of people have been complaining of why you should have chose Lewis over Violet. Because, see, the thing is with Violet, she complains so many times. She complains a lot. She gets angry at Clementine because she felt some type of way. She felt that Clementine left her all by herself to get kidnapped. Opposed to Lewis, you see, spoilers in case you haven't watched. The latest episode of The Walking Dead, or if you haven't played it, but they cut his freaking tongue off. You know how, man, they have no standards whatsoever, and they will do. And Lily said they will do that only to those who cannot keep their mouths shut. Wow, man. I mean, I really do feel bad for the fella. I really do feel bad for Lewis, because Lewis not only wasn't able, depending on the choice that you made, that is, but in my standard, Lewis not only was able to date Clementine, he not only got kidnapped, he not only lost his best friend, but he lost his voice as well. Those are 4, and probably the list goes on. The list goes on. So with that being said, depending on the choices that you guys made, I feel that they're going to kill off Lewis in the last episode of The Walking Dead. I feel like they're going to kill him off. I really do feel that way. I feel like they're going to kill him off because he can't speak now, and he's a singer. He's a nice singer, and he likes to play the piano. He is very uplifting. He has an uplifting personality, and for someone like Lily to break him down in spirit like that by cutting off his tongue, yeah, that's extreme right there. I can see if a scenario happened where his pinky got cut off, which pretty much happened if you made another choice, whether or not you save Lewis or Violet. It's either Lewis gets his pinkies cut off or Violet get a finger cut off, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it depends on the choice you make. So my point exactly, I feel that Lewis is going to end up dying. He's probably going to end up sacrificing himself or something. He's probably going to either sacrifice himself, or the walker's going to get him, or if you didn't decide to kill Lily, Lily would then later on will probably kill Lewis. I mean, I love someone like Lewis because you need that personality in the world today. And unfortunately, there's not that many people in the world that is like, or that is like Lewis. But yeah, that may happen. Who knows? In the last episode, no one probably would die. They will probably have a hopeful ending where nobody would die, or probably leave us off with a cliffhanger. Probably leave us off with a suspense. Like, what's going to happen next? Now we're all going to have to put a bunch of theories and speculations and conspiracies of what could possibly happen if they were supposed to continue the series. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the third episode. Oh, okay. But if I'm not mistaken, the third episode of The Walking Dead was 2 hours and 4 to 5 minutes, depending on how long you played the game and if you made any mistakes whatsoever. See, if you like MK Ice and Fire, who made no mistakes at all, it was a straight 2 hours and 5 minutes, I believe. But man, that was a long episode. Like, I think episode 1 and 2 was at least an hour, and a lot of things happened in both of those episodes. I think it was an hour. Like, sheesh, oh man. But let's get to towards the end of the third episode. Now, hold on. Now, oh yes. Now, I was in the middle of saying who's my favorite character. I already listed Lee, despite him being deceased. I already said Clementine. And I only said AJ. The reason why I only said 2 characters who happen to be alive still is because those are the only 2 I can actually mess around. Until a mysterious person who was introduced in episode 2 of The Walking Dead appeared out of nowhere. His name go by James, and he is a whisperer. I think that was called. Gotta pay attention a little bit more. I think it's called Whisperer. It's called Whisperer, and he's a whisperer. He pretty much, and he explained into detail in that episode 3 of the final season of it. You know, I don't need to make it complicated as it is, but he put in more details that he collects the walkers, and he tried to help us as an audience. Well, not even us as an audience, because the zombie apocalypse doesn't even exist here. Like, come on. But he tried to help Clementine understand that, in his perspective, he thinks that the walkers, well, the people who turn into walkers, unfortunately, are people in a way. They're not people all the way, and they're not. What James is really saying is that he believes that there is something in them besides them just being a monster. Someone that's just being. He sees walkers be a little bit like people. All right, I was just trying to look for an easier way for me to say instead of me making it seem so complicated. But yeah, I actually respected that. I mean, it's a bit crazy, but I respected that, honestly. I respected that James believed that when you turn to a walker, you still you, but not everything about you is there inside of the walker. But you know, I know I'm mixing everything around, but I'm just trying to gather everything that I can remember before it exits out of my brain. But yeah, at the beginning of the episode, Clementine and AJ was interrogating Abel before he died. Now, depending on the choices you made, you either let him turn, or you let him, or you killed him you mercifully killed Abel. Now, if I was behind the controllers, I would have most likely. I mean, it doesn't even. Another thing before I continue, it doesn't even. Sometimes the choices that you make in Telltales or in Walking Dead, it doesn't even matter what choice, because it depends. It's an ultimatum. I mean, whether you left Abel to turn, or whether you mercifully killed Abel, Lily at the end said the same lines to AJ, despite her wondering where is Abel. Like it makes us have a bunch of decisions. Makes us think. It's a thinking game. I get that, but it's making us think like as if it was necessary. That's not really the case. I can't really explain why I feel in details of why I feel that way, but yeah. Another thing I would like to talk about is Minnie. Oh man, Minnie. One of the lost sisters of Violet. Man, I really don't want to say anything about her of all people. Can't you believe the chick? She not only knocked out Clementine and captured Violet and AJ and put them in a cell, but she killed her own sister. What? But hold on, let me not jump into conclusions. But I mean, she explained, but I felt like she didn't, in her eyes, it felt like she didn't want to kill her sister. Or if that even happened, she probably didn't even kill her sister. It's possible that her sister is probably still alive somewhere. Who knows? But we haven't seen her, so I think she's most likely dead. But I don't think Minnie is the reason behind her death. And if she is, I felt like someone like Lily, evil the way she is, she probably forced Minnie to kill her sister. I think her sister's name is Sophie or something like that. I think it's Sophie, most likely. But you understand what I'm saying. You're empathizing. You sympathize with what I'm saying. Like, it's not possible. I don't think it is. I mean, if it is, if Skybound really went there, then wow. Well, I stand corrected. But yeah. Another thing I would like to say is that at the beginning, Mitch. Oh yes, I still forgot. Mitch died. Lily was counting. She was. Man, I mean, I can't really say she was catching or counting bodies since she only caught one. But wow, man, I can't even. Wow, I really do feel bad for Willie. I really do feel bad for Willie. I mean, like, he explained that ever since when he was young, it was always Mitch that took care of him. And then he blamed it on 10. He blamed it on 10 because, well, 10, he thought that okay, so I'm just trying to gather my thoughts together. I'm sorry for the long pause. But 10 thought that there would be hope for him to see his two sisters. So I made a mistake Violet is not Minerva's sister or Sophie's sister. Minerva and Sophie are sisters. And I believe Violet was Minerva's love interest or Sophie's love interest. Doesn't matter. The point is, Willie blamed Tennessee at the beginning of the episode because Willie felt that it was 10's fault because 10 caused a distraction. Well, so to speak, like if it wasn't for 10, it would be possible that Mitch wouldn't come out in the open and try to charge with a knife to Lily, and Lily didn't have to kill him. Like, sheesh. And then it led to Assem. I'm just looking at the characters. Assem, Omar, and who else? Assem, Omar, and that's it, I believe. I think I'm probably. Oh yeah, Ruby. Oh yeah, forgot about her. Ruby wasn't even. Man, I'm so sidetracked. Like, I can't even think what I'm gonna say. But let's just skip towards the end of the episode too. The end of the episode. I really thought that 10 was gonna catch somebody. I thought he was gonna actually pull the trigger. Man, my heart was pounding so fast. Like when I saw that woman was pulling up behind 10, I thought she was gonna shoot. I'm like, are you really gonna kill a kid right in front of us like that, Skybound? Like, I thought they was actually gonna go there, but they didn't. Thank goodness. Imagine if they did. Oh man, I mean, like they did it one time with what's her face, Sarah in season 2 of The Walking Dead. I mean, what a way to go and everything, but I guess it was a different impact. I guess it was a different circumstance around that time. That would have been completely different if it turned out that the woman pulled the trigger behind 10's back. Now, I knew about them placing the bomb underneath the boiler. I knew that was gonna happen, but they left it as a cliffhanger. What happened to everybody else? What happened to 10? What happened to AJ? What happened to Clementine? What happened to James? And if you forget about what happened to James. If you spared Lily's life, I'm sorry, I'm not a violent person, but I really despise Lily, and I would have pressed square. I would have told AJ to pull the trigger. But then again, speaking of which, that actually jogs my memory. James was speaking to Clementine before they trespassed onto the boat. James was telling Clementine about how just to summarize everything, he doesn't want AJ to make the same mistake as James, all right? Because James made some mistakes that he's not proud of, but he changed up to this day, and for that, he doesn't want. And he was actually surprised. He even said so himself. He was actually surprised that he heard about AJ killing at such a young age too. I mean, when he first killed Marlon, I was starstruck though. But then whoever chose to kill Lily, I could see if he pulled the trigger one more time. I mean, not one more time, but I could see if he just killed him. That was a headshot right there. But this dude kept on blasting Lily's. He was he was poking a bunch of holes in Lily's body. I'm like, she's already dead. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, I didn't want to see my boy James go though. Because if you guys chose to spare Lily's life, James dies. And I felt like, and I really do feel like, I really don't want to say this, but because James is the reason why James grown to me, the reason why I like James, and it's going to sound crazy to you guys, but you know the person who voice act Ichigo in Bleach, he's the same voice actor. He's the same voice actor, and I really love Ichigo's voice. No homo, and I'm not even trying to be gay, none of that, so I'm just going to save myself right now. But I just really love his voice. So, it's going to be quite a shame if I don't hear his voice again. It really is, to be honest. But, yeah, that's exactly what happens to James if you were supposed to spare Lily's life. If you spare Lily's life, got stabbed in the back. Now, I thought he got stabbed in the neck, but he got stabbed in the back. It doesn't matter. He's dead if you chose to spare his life, her life, Lily's. But, yeah. I'm hoping that Ten is not dead. I'm hoping he's not dead. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot to growing to do. I mean, it would be a shame for him to die. I mean, like, don't kill everybody. There has to be some sort of hopeful ending. Like, don't kill. Here's what I don't want. Here's who I don't want to die. Clementine. I don't want her to die. I don't want AJ to die. I don't even think he's gonna die. Like, come on. He's not even gonna die. He's out of the equation. I really don't want James to die. And the other three who escape. I don't want Willie to die, Ruby, or Asim, or Omar. I low-key really do feel like that's gonna happen, but who knows? Anything could happen. Okay, sorry. Anything could happen when it comes to Skybound or choices that you make, such as Telltale. So, but yeah, and oh yeah, another thing. I saw a few comments. A lot of people commented on a lot of gameplays, and they were saying, oh, if AJ becomes a killer, it'll be because he killed. That would apparently be his second time. So killing becomes easier for him, and he's probably going to accidentally kill Clementine. That was a theory that was out there earlier of yesterday. Yesterday when the game came out, up until now, that was another thing that people was like that they probably regretted killing Lily, because now he becomes a killer, and it's possible in the next episode that AJ kills Clementine, or AJ fatally shoots Clementine, or possibly injuring her other friends potentially. So that's another thing that you will have to look like. You have to look at. See, the thing is with Telltale, you gotta really think now. I can see why a lot of gamers, such as Belize, pauses his game, because he has to think this through. It's funny, but it's something that it's a thinking game. It's a strategy game. And it's something that you have to really think through. It almost makes me want to get the game now, but I don't want the game. I prefer to watch everybody else's reaction. And besides, I don't have a webcam, so I can't make a reaction and play the game like everybody else do. I don't have a what is it called? A green wall, or whatever you want to call it. You get my point. So I prefer to watch everybody else's reaction to the to the gameplay. But oh man, I mean, I wonder if it's really true that AJ is Carver's Carver, which is he's from season 2. I wonder if he is Carver's biological son. You get what I'm saying? Confused myself. You see what I did there? But still, that will probably explain why he is the way he is. I mean, like, he was born and raised in the zombie apocalypse. So, and now let me touch on one more thing before I end this video. The thing is, you guys can't. Okay, I didn't touch on this, and I should have touched on this while I was on the subject. But if you chose to save Lewis over Violet, you can't truly get upset at Violet. Her whole life, she has been abandoned. She has a lot of people have left her in her life. Like when they was in that circle before they did the flashback with Clementine and Lee, they lost about over 30 people. That's depressing enough. Like, wow, what a buzzkill. Whether you pick Lewis or Violet, that's a buzzkill. And for someone who's been long enough, like who's been at the school long enough, like Violet, to see them come and go like that, yeah. So you really can't really you can't really get upset at Violet at Clementine. I'm like, you chose that at the end of the day. The difference is that if you would have chose Violet over Louis' tongue would have been cut off because he can't stop talking. That's what Sim said. He just won't shut up, and that's what happened. I found a little bit comical. I found a little bit funny. He just can't. He couldn't just stop talking. So that's what happened as a result. Not that he said that, but still. But yeah, you get the point. So don't go too hard in the comment section. But like, oh, but this is why I would chose Louis. I should have chose Louis over Violet because Violet was complaining and stuff like that. She was even, and the thing is, she even sided with her own sister who happened to kill Sophie. Not sister, see? Sided with Minnie, who supposedly killed Sophie. So, yeah. But, I just had to get all that out of my chest because I knew I was not going to sleep tonight without getting that out of my chest. So if you stayed here for the past, 26 minutes of this video, thank you. And I probably won't even get as much views as I did wanting or deserve, despite me talking about one of the most popular games out there. Well, most overhyped games out there. But yeah, but Telltale or Skybound, the game in general, The Walking Dead, has a bunch of ups and downs, and I won't dare to make really a video about why the positives and the negatives. I don't even play the game, so who am I to talk? I'd rather hear that from a person who has a bunch of experience ever since season 1 of The Walking Dead. I'd rather hear that from them than for you guys to hear that from me. Even though I watched it up to now, I still don't feel like it would be my place for me to judge based on that. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it off as that. But anyways, I think I touched on everything that I can. And if I didn't, then I apologize in advance. I'll probably make a soft cut and add a few more other things that I haven't added. But it's about to reach almost a half an hour if I don't end this video. But anyways, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which will be in the description box. So yeah, I just recently hit 600 followers. Like, whoop-de-doo, it's not really a big thing, honestly. I mean, I'm almost, hey, hold on now. I almost got 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Let me check that out real quick before I end this video. My computer is fast. It won't take that long. So let me quickly go to my channel to see. Oh, did I say 605? I'm so forgetful. Well, you can't blame me, man. It is 11:08 by the time of this recording. But I almost hit 500 subscribers now. Now, all I need is 6 more subscribers. Don't do your boy like that. Just get me to a half of 1,000, please. That's all I ask. But yeah, anyways, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If there's any video that you would like for me to react to, just comment down below with the link to the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace out. Oh, another thing. It's possible that James' former boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, Charlie, didn't touch on him as much. I didn't even touch on him at all. But it's possible that he's alive. Now, a lot of people are saying that how James slid his throat, but I don't think James was talking about Charlie. I think James was talking about a random person who happens to be a male, because he never said Charlie's name. He said him when he, referring to as a boy. Okay, so I just had to put that out there real quick because I didn't really touch on James. The only part I touched on was when James was trying to tell Clementine not to make sure AJ is a killer and stuff like that and etc. I just had to say that real quick because that's completely slipped out of my mind. So, yeah. And another thing that I forgot to mention, it's possible that if they decide to keep James alive, if everybody is alright, when the boat exploded, that is, last episode, if it turns out that James is alive, it's possible that during the episode he can reunite with his ex-boyfriend. They probably separated, which is why they call him ex-boyfriend or something like that. Just gotta put that out there, you know. And I think that's about it. I don't need to say anything else. So yeah, bye.